Good morning, everyone. My eyes are all black because I had mascara on yesterday. Looks weird. Oh, look at the sunrise though today. Ah, I was laughing about the water tower in the back because I can see it now straight through the trees. And I'm like, that looks so phallic. It's funny. Coffee outside on a cold, almost, well, it's not winter yet. It ain't the first day of winter. Or did I miss it? Oh my god, I think it has been the first day of winter. Anyways, it's been freezing. It's been cold. Like maybe 30 degrees. I know 30 degrees is warm in the winter, but like 20, 30. 30 and cloudy is cold. But anyways, get to drink my coffee outside on a cold morning. It's nice. I drove yesterday. I drove a longer distance on the highway than I have driven in not a very long time. That's kind of dramatic, but like maybe a year and a half. And God, dare I say 2 years? Dare I say 2 years? Maybe a year and a half. And sorry, that's fun. And it was good. It was good. It was great, actually. I just kind of, when I got home, I tapped it into myself, tapping it in, kind of like reinforcing, like I reinforced to myself that, I don't know, that to my brain that driving on the highway is safe. We all know there is risk to life, period, guys. Everything comes with risk. But to tell my brain that it doesn't have to react the way it was reacting. And I agree with this one guy, he has a channel. He says, fear of losing control while you're driving is not about driving. It is about something else. It is about another issue in your life. Fear, whatever. I totally agree. Because in my opinion, I don't know, I just feel like if it was about the driving, then there would be nothing I could do about it. I don't know, that it would always be. But anyways, it's about something else. And I'm like, yeah, it's probably just about in general in life, fear of losing control, whatever. So anyways, but I also had extra motivation, you see. I think that that's a key too. I think that if you feel like you have to drive and you don't have a choice, like, not that you don't have a choice. You always have a choice. I don't want to say that. You always have a choice. You can always say no. You can always not do it. But it was like one of my kids' birthday, and I kept thinking, boy, how nice would it be if we could visit this indoor skate park just to check it out. And boy, do I wish they had one closer to us, because I think I don't know, maybe every major city needs a skate park, an indoor skate park. We really, really, really need one. Maybe I'll build one. I don't know. Because it's so cold, the skaters, we need a place. So yeah, we drove an hour and a half to another city to visit the indoor skate park. And I swear to God, it was a straight, like, over an hour on just this one highway, like on 71, just straight, like 2-lane trucks. You know, there's quite a bit of trucks, so I think it's like a major highway. It's like 75 is a major highway. So, but driving down, I was good, and my mind was messing with me because it was like, oh my God, you're gonna have to drive back and it's gonna be night, you know, because it's shorter days because of winter. Oh my God, I hate driving at night. I think that driving at night is when I got well, first of all, I experienced panic attacks and anxiety when I was younger, when I was like in my 20s, maybe 20. I think I might have been a freshman in college, actually. I might have been 19 or something like that. Well, 19. So funny, I just thought about 19 because I watched a movie with this girl. she did stripping and sex work, and she was 19. And it made me think about being 19. And I was like, yeah, 19, man, we're off the chain at 19 sometimes, you know? It was something she did in the movie, and I thought to myself, yeah, that sounds about right for being 19, honestly. How could you fault her? But anyways, so yeah, I had dealt with anxiety in the past, but then, like, it went away, quote unquote. And so when it started to come back up in my recent, you know, year and a half, I was like, wow, this is peculiar. But yeah, it started to pop up in driving. That's where it wanted to come out at. And so, yeah, what was my point? Feeling fear. I didn't feel that on the drive down. And it could have been because I also had the extra motivation. Like I said, it was my kid's birthday. I was even gonna not do it. I was like, maybe not, you know, or I don't know if we're gonna have enough time. But you know what? Bit the bullet and did it. And I was fine. I made it. I did it. Of course I did it, right? A couple weeks ago, I started saying an affirmation to myself, and it resonated with me. It didn't seem like something that was far out. But I started saying, I intend that I drive peacefully and comfortably on the highway. I like to get the background when I'm talking. I intend that I drive peacefully and comfortably on the highway, longer distances. I even started saying, I love the highway, which I do. And it was funny because I think I was doing the dishes one time, and it sprung up in me to say, to realize that I actually love driving on the highway. I looked up how long it would take to take the road all the way to Louisville, and it would take 3 hours. And I was like, that is absurd. That is absurd. I am not letting fear and panic push me that far. Now that's pushing me around if I'm gonna drive and take the road 3 hours somewhere. Like, that's some bullshit. No. It's like either I'm not going or I'm taking the highway. And I started saying to myself, I love the highway, which I do. I'm like, I love the highway. The highway is awesome. The highway helps us get places quicker. You know, with less wear and tear on your car too. Because imagine taking the road somewhere, taking all them country roads and stopping and turning, and that's nonsense. When you could take a highway, that just don't make sense, right? And I'm letting fear wants to push me to do things to accommodate it that don't make sense. So, there you go. So anyways, I drove down. I was fine. I didn't experience panic. I was thankful for that. But my mind was trying to find something else to panic about, which was the drive back. And it was saying, it's going to be dark. I hate driving on the highway when it's dark. Okay, so we leave Louisville. I'm like, I wanted to leave in time so at least I could have some highway driving in the daytime, because just this highway was a drag, man. And so I got to drive. I was on the highway by like 4:45. I was like, shit, I only have a good half an hour or a little bit more of like driving with light, with the sun, and maybe a little bit more like dusk driving, not completely night. So these are all the this is my inner dialogue, right? So I'm just driving, and then suddenly it's dark, and I still have like, I don't know, 45 minutes or an hour to go. And but I think I'm gonna drove at least maybe almost halfway on that long 71 stint. See how much I'm thinking about it? That's what fear makes you do. Like, bro, right? It's not that serious. Like, why are you being so tense, right? So then it gets dark, and I realize what's bothering me. What's bothering me is if I'm on the right lane, because it was a 2-lane highway. You can only be on the left if you're really going to keep up with the left, because you know how they say the left is for going in front of somebody else on the right. what the hell is that called again? So yeah, driving on the left was relieving because I didn't have to deal with the lights in the mirror. I remember my mother talking about that when I was younger. But when I was younger, I was like, what the hell was I doing? The lights didn't bother me when I was 19, 20, 21, 22, driving everywhere, driving to the city, driving to New York City. Like, I was driving everywhere, driving to Pennsylvania by myself. I'm like, this don't make no sense. I did not care. I don't think I cared about lights when I was driving. I'm like, is this just something, a phenomena that happens to you as you get older? Like suddenly the lights bother you? So my mirror, you know, what is that? The side mirror. All the lights from the left lane cars were shining into that mirror and going to the corner line, and that's what like was bothering me. It was like, this sucks. So that's what it is. The last time I drove from Louisville, I think what had happened was it was Thanksgiving weekend and I got so drunk. And I'm the type of person, like when I have hangovers, I get anxious, I get anxiety. Like that's what my hangovers are like, and I feel really weird. So, but I didn't drive the next day after Thanksgiving. Actually, I got so drunk I couldn't even drive the next day after Thanksgiving because I was dizzy still. I was like, wow, this is crazy. So anyways, but I did drive the day after, you know, after that. And maybe, you know, maybe I just still wasn't really feeling myself. And it was raining. And it was night, so it was like a triple threat. But yeah, so that was my only issue. But I was so tense last night while driving that I could feel my neck over here on this side. My driving hand was pinching. Right here was pinching. I was like, oh my God, I'm so tense right now. Ooh, I kept having to do that. I was like, ooh. My kid was like, just breathe, you know. I wasn't having a panic attack or anything like that, or anxiety, but it was there, like it wanted to come, but I was just so focused on just getting back. And I don't know, it might just be a thing that's when you get older, like when you get home, it's like, ooh, okay, yeah, we're home, we're at home base, we're safe now, you know. But yeah, when I was younger, I remember hearing a lot of the older people saying, I don't want to drive at night, I don't want to drive at night, I hate driving at night. And I never made fun of them for anything like that, but I think it's like this, I think it's kind of like a phenomena. I'm gonna still drive at night, but I would not prefer to drive long distances on the highway at night, you know. If I had to, if it was an emergency, I mean, shoot, you gotta do what you gotta do. But would I prefer it? Not really. Anyways, I talked long enough. I just wanted to share that, also to reinforce in my brain that I did it, and that it's safe. And I'm like, this is kind of like a breakthrough, because there's other places I'd like to go and take my kids, like the Air Force Museum. Yo, the Air Force Museum is bomb. It is so gigantic. There's so many hangars. You could literally walk in there for hours and hours and hours and hours. Anyways, yeah, have a great day.